brings me closer to my Savior. Little bit of heaven, a whole lot of love left behind.
Well, good morning and welcome to Rise and Shine, Franklin County. That sun is bright out there this morning. It's almost blinding coming out 40. So if you don't need your sunglasses and you come 40 east, put your sunglasses on. But we got some rain yesterday. We came home last night into the middle of the biggest thunderstorm I think I've seen in a long time, and thunder and lightning, and said we needed the rain, but we let it was. But you know, it was the weirdest thing, guys. I don't know if you saw this or not. When we were coming up 220 on the way home, here's all these dark clouds, and right in the middle of these clouds, it was like the sun was trying to break through. And Bill said, "Do you see God up there anywhere?" And I said, "Well, he's here." No, I don't see him, but I tell you what, it looked like, you know, the light coming through the clouds.
Mhm.
It was very, touching. It's like, is this the end? Has it come for us? But anyway, we did get a lot of rain right in the middle of us getting home last night. But we have our dynamic duo with us this morning. And they're going to tell us about something that's coming up next month that we want you to put on your calendars because we want you to be sure to be there. So we're going to let them introduce themselves, not like you don't know them, but we will refresh your memory. So we have...
It's H.L. Nolan, Franklin County Sheriff's Office.
Yeah, and I'm Sergeant Ryan King with the Rocky Mount Police Department.
Well, guys, it's so good to have you all here this morning. And I was telling him before we went on the air, we met this little girl that I've known for a couple of years. She collects patches from different sheriff's offices and chiefs of police offices, and she has quite a collection. And she was trying to figure out over the weekend how she's going to store these. So we were batting again. I said, "Hey, we were batting around some ideas. Whether it be nobody would see them if they put them in a photo album, and I said, well, how about framing them? Put different, arrange them and put them in frames. And when she gets her own place, she can hang them. So I said, hey, I'm having 2 guys on my show tomorrow. I'll see what I can do and connect you up with some patches from these guys. So, okay, guys, what we got coming up?
Go ahead.
Well, it's big event coming up for the town and the county. Each year, the Franklin County Sheriff's Office and the Rocky Mount Police Department participate in National Night Out. And that's an event that, as the word says, it's national. It's all across the United States. It's been in effect for many decades. And it's an opportunity for the law enforcement agencies in each particular area to do a community event where we get to interact closely with the residents of our jurisdiction. And it allows us to be able, as first responders, to help bring information and education to the residents about what we do. What equipment do we use to assist you in your time of need? And it is extremely large. I would say it's one of the 2 to 3 top attended events that we have in our county throughout the calendar year. It is Tuesday, August the 5th, and it's behind the Franklin County High School main building. We all know it as the bus parking area and the central gym area. All of that will be utilized both inside the gym, outside in the parking areas that I just described. And I tell you what, it will be a large, large event. I think last year we had 2,000 people or more. And if weather is our friend, we will see that or a larger crowd again.
Well, it was big. I was there,
Yes,
riding around on my
you
little
were.
scooter. Yes, sir. It was fun. And the ROTC was there presenting the flag. The band was
That's
there
right.
and played. And there was all kinds of good food. And we so appreciate all those vendors. Jose provided tacos. Even my boyfriend had a taco. I don't think he knew exactly what he was eating. And maybe I didn't call it a taco because he says he don't like them. He liked them. So now I know he liked them. But it was wonderful. But you know something? I guess, my hair before I lost it used to be blonde. And when you say National Night Out, I don't know that I guess that I connected that this is all over.
It is.
Because,
It
and
is.
talking to my friend yesterday, and I was telling him about National Night Out, and he said, oh, yeah, August 5th. also, I mean, this is down in Cary, North Carolina, so we stopped and had dinner with some friends, and it's everywhere, national.
Yes.
And it gets a whole new meaning to national.
It does. And, and us, us, meaning the sheriff's office and Rocky Mount Police Department, combining, events and, having it at a centralized location, we want to thank while I'm thinking about it, because that eagle reminds me, to thank you to Franklin County High School and, also the Franklin County Public Schools for allowing us to really essentially take over, the property of the high school for one night. And it's great, he mentioned Central Gym, but also, Carillion came, is one of our huge sponsors for this event, because it also promotes the health and wellness of the community.
Sure.
And that's what it's all about. We also get organizations to set up, local organizations, nonprofits and things that are designed to help our community, and they may not know they exist. And so we invite them to come out. They'll be inside Central Gym, set up with tables and handing out information, all kinds of fun stuff. Very popular to have them, on board with us, with our community, of course. And, so it's going to be a lot of fun. We got the helicopter, Carillion's helicopter, which is a big event that takes place during that time. And because he does a flyover, you remember that from last year, everyone was like, whoa, and then he lands in the field. Well, they actually land, and you're able to go sit in the helicopter and everything else, I'm like, wow. Even my chief of police was down there, Chief Philip Young, sitting in the cockpit of the helicopter and things, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, whoever gets to sit in the helicopter,
Right.
yeah, maybe I'll have to zip on out there and take a look at that.
Yeah,
And,
absolutely.
so that's a lot of fun as well. And of course, like HL was saying, it's not only our department that brings out our toys. We'll just call
Toys,
it,
yeah.
toys.
Beautiful
But
toys.
we have all the first responders that are in our area that come out and, and also bring their vehicles and things. The state police TAC team was there last year, and of course, with their armor vehicle, and that was a very popular, display. I mean, there were kids all over that thing. And then, of course, our Virginia National Guard, they also come, and they brought some of their huge vehicles and set up. Fire department, both, Rocky Mount Fire Department, the volunteer fire department, and Franklin County Public Safety, they come out as well. And, and the list goes on and on. Virginia State Police, Boone's Mill Police Department. A lot of people don't. Ferrum College Police Department, Carillion even has their own police department. They signed on. They're going to be there as well. But it's departments that that the community may not know exist.
That's right.
And yeah, we may all have different uniforms, but we all work together collectively to protect them.
That's good. And the way our world is today, that is so good here, that all of y'all work together.
Right.
Because sometimes people
Absolutely.
don't work together, we all know that. Something came across you were talking about the nonprofits in the Central Gym. I rode in there in my little scooter, and there are so many nonprofits that people do not know exist
Exactly.
that could be out there to help you if you have a problem. They're there collectively. You just start at one end, go around like in a semicircle, and it's just everybody handing out their cards. And if you don't know of nonprofits that could help you in a tough situation, come out to National Night Out, because they'll be there.
Absolutely.
And for a good part, a lot of them will be there in the Central Gym. I know I'm going to go and take pencil and paper, because I got lots of guests to be on the show.
Absolutely.
At this, I mean, man, they're all right there. Just ride right around and get them. What is it? There for the taking?
Yeah.
That's like a young man said one time, I was dating my daughter, and he told my mother-in-law, the food is just so good, it's just there for the taking. So these people are there, just come and get the information.
And it's free.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
everything's free. So that's the biggest thing. Me and HL, we work very hard behind the scenes getting this thing planned.
And we want to thank you all for doing that, because I know in planning, I'm a planner, and I know how much work goes into, well, I probably don't know how much goes into this, but I know it's a lot of work. And we want to thank you all for doing this.
Well, it's going to be hot dogs. You know, you spoke about food,
Yeah.
free food. So it's going to be hot dogs. And this year, it's going to be pizza. So hot
Oh.
dogs and pizza. And so we're very excited about that. Papa John's, actually, that's the email I was showing him. Papa John's just sent me an email and was like, hey, we are on board. We want to make sure that we're part of this. And so thank you, Papa John's.
Yep.
You know, Rocky Mount, it's pretty amazing that they reached out, you know.
Yeah.
And
That's wonderful.
yes, ma'am.
It'll be a lot of activities for the children. Not only will they be able, as Ryan has spoke, will they be able to see the helicopter, go sit in it, but there's going to be so many children interactive events going on. They'll be able to experience some bounce houses. They'll be able to have some face painting. As they go around the facility, they'll be able to hands-on get in one of the boats. We've got the Department of Wildlife Resources bringing their boat. Franklin County Sheriff's Office will have ours there, so they can get up in the boat and have a picture taken. The whole time they're getting introduced to these different pieces of equipment that we have. And some of them are fun pieces of equipment like Carillion's helicopter and the boats and so forth. But we have all kind of things available that maybe the public is not aware of. We've talked on your program before about Project Lifesaver. There might be some people there that want to come to the table where Project Lifesaver is and talk about what they can do to help secure the safety of a loved one that maybe is in that time of life where they start wandering away from home. And we can talk to them about that. But from the kids' standpoint, there'll be plenty of food to snack on. We'll have canine demonstrations, and we'll have all these other things we've talked about, face painting.
That's right.
And so the kids will be able to have a great time that night. The hours, I don't know if we mentioned the hours at the opening, but the date and times are Tuesday, August the 5th. And it starts at 6 p.m. and ends somewhere around 8 p.m. And so it's a 2-hour block, and it'll be very busy, and it'll be very active, and everyone will have a great time. The only thing Ryan and I have been unable to control is the weather.
That's right.
Yes.
We've got to contend with the weather. The last several years, it's been hot, but we've been blessed with no rain. We haven't had a rain out. So we're just hoping that everyone will come out. Ryan mentioned that 4-letter word a minute ago, free. There's
Free.
no charge to the public. We
So
don't
you don't need
charge
to
for
bring any
this.
money.
No money.
Nothing
No,
means
you don't need a thing.
No, and you know, and having it at 6 o'clock, people get off work, you know, and they're wondering what to do for dinner, or you know, and hot dogs and pizza. Hey, it's something easy. You could get it, walk around with it, you know, and
But
enjoy the show.
you also had kettle corn last year. Are you
Yeah.
doing that this year?
Well, I don't know if we are or not. Oh, yes, not kettle corn, but popcorn. Department of Social Services, no, or excuse me, Cornerstone is doing popcorn. They
Okay.
reached out and they were like, hey, can we do popcorn this year? So thank you, Cornerstone, you know, which used to be Ply Jam. But entertainment wise, I have to mention this. You know, so the Franklin County High School Marching Band, once again, is going to be performing. You mentioned the Honor Guard. Franklin County cheerleaders, you know, thank you, Miss Lopez, once again are going to be performing as well. Alejandro's mixed martial arts, which is very popular.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to be performing,
Yep.
you know, and of course there's going to be some inflatables, but also you know, I'm going to let you mention that,
Oh, yeah.
you know, because that was a huge deal last year. And then of course, you know, the face painting in, which happens inside the gym as well. And we already mentioned about the helicopter. You know, B99.9, you know, is a, you know, big supporter of this as well. And last year they were there set up and giving live broadcast, you know, and hopefully they're going to be there this year again. You know, Robin James, we're thinking about you. Hopefully
Amen.
you're back on your feet. And,
Yep.
but anyhow, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
Mm.
And if I missed anybody, I apologize.
Always when something is this big, it's,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But it's something else I was thinking about. But I mean, where I am so impressed is the equipment that we have.
Yes, absolutely.
That big boat that was out there for the rescue on the lake, that is just, I was very impressed by all the equipment that Franklin County has.
Yeah.
And I think that's, I
Right.
mean, it gives you a sense of security to know you got these big fire trucks, you got that rescue. Of course, and of course, we talked about I think when you were on here before, if you're out on the lake,
Yes.
anybody's got to have your life preserver on, and you can't drive a boat unless you've got that license. Something else about, and we talked about when you were here before, the new law that went into effect. We haven't talked about that since seatbelts for front and back seat.
Front and back seat.
Well, the biggest thing is like, like he's saying with Department of Wildlife Resources, with the boats, and then Franklin County Sheriff's Office bringing their boat. Water safety is a huge deal in this county.
That's right.
And it's because Franklin County is known as a county of lakes, because not only we have Philpott Lake, we have a lot of rivers, that people kayak. You got Ferry Stone, you got Smith Mountain Lake State Park. The list goes on and on.
Right.
So water safety is a big emphasis,
Sure.
on both departments as well, all the departments really. And so it's good to, for them to come on out, the community to come on out, bring your youngins, and, and also they'll hand out literature and be able to show you, on that boat too, where it's a static display. Here you go. Here's some tips, so ask those questions. And boy, I tell you, at one point last year, I walked past both the boats, and both boats had children all in it, just sitting there. They get to take pictures, they get to fool around with the stuff, and
Well,
but
you
it's
kind of make
also a
memories
learning,
too,
yeah, it's a
with
learning
these kids.
opportunity. Yeah,
And two kids learned that your policemen are your friends.
that's right.
I mean,
That's right.
I've learned ever since I was knee-high to a duck, policeman is always your friend. And that's what I always taught my children, except when those red lights are behind you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, one thing that both Ryan and I are very pleased to say this morning is there are people right now in Franklin County that are involved in first responder organizations because they came to National Night Out years and years and years ago. They're a part of either our fire, rescue, or police departments right now, and they attended one of these National Night Out, and that probably helped spur the idea of I want to be involved as a first responder. So we take a lot of I don't want to say pride, but happiness and joy in knowing that some child will come to National Night Out on Tuesday, August the 5th, and they will get the yearning to maybe promote themselves into being a first responder. Talking about the lake, one thing I think that residents of this county that may not have had the opportunity to go and experience Smith Mountain Lake do not understand how large it is. Smith Mountain Lake is huge. And so as we talked about on our side of the lake, the Department of Wildlife Resources have a boat. We have a boat. Smith Mountain Lake Fire and Rescue has a boat. And so there are several agencies that are able to put a boat on the lake, but it's still large.
Oh, gosh,
and
there's
that
not
lake
enough.
is huge. And
Yeah.
so, so one of the other pieces of equipment Ryan alluded to was the drone. The kids love the drone. A lot of agencies have been able, as has Franklin County, been able to take the drone. And it has become a very important part of our toolkit. Being able to find, let's say, the person that is wanted for a crime that maybe have fled the scene. That drone is a very great tool to be able, as you can imagine, to see large distances from the air. And they have heat signature ability where they can find a human body pretty quick. So we also use it for the lost loved one aspect of the conversation. People that have wandered away from their home. We have several tools, but the drone has, since its inception and its usage in law enforcement, has become one of the primary tools. So we'll have that there tonight, on August the 5th, not tonight. On August the 5th, we'll have that.
And it's not far away.
It is not far
The
away.
way time flies.
Yeah, and I know Ryan will echo this statement here. He has mentioned so many of our great partners that have helped sponsor and help be a part of this. But without the local Rocky Mount Walmart,
Yes,
they have, and it's not just National Night Out. Walmart comes along beside of first responders in this county, and they participate in so many events. And so we've got
might
to
as well
see
call them a partner.
a partner,
They are partners.
lifelong partner.
And they want to be.
Yeah, they
want to
do.
be
Yeah.
involved.
And you know, they will get, like any business organization, they may change personnel every now and then, but it's still the same model and concept of being community active.
Yes,
And they do a great job of that.
absolutely. And that manager is JJ Evans. I know you know JJ.
I
JJ, we're
have
giving you a
his-
shout out this morning. Davis Heaton and Air, can't forget about them. They were there last year
Yep.
inside the gym. They had a awesome display that they put up. And of course, they're one of our main sponsors. And so can't forget about Davis Heaton and Air. You know, it's this time of year again, you know, it's hot. And, you know, people's air conditionings, but they do a great job helping the community. They have a big community outreach as well. So, yeah.
And we do appreciate everyone that is coming together to make this such a big success.
Well, you know, HL does a lot. You know, we do a lot together on promoting this, you know, National Night Out and many events that we do throughout the year. And, but like he said, this one is one of our biggest. Yes.
Well, when I first started on this show 3 years ago, you had it in two separate places. I'm so
Yeah.
glad to see now that you have come together.
Yes.
And it can be even bigger.
We hear that, golly, last year, we had folks go, hey, we love it that you guys are, you know, bringing this together and of course, right in the heart of Rocky Mount. So, and that's the ideal, the centralized location. So, you know, so everybody could come.
Yeah.
Well, that goes back to thanking, as Ryan said, the public school system, because it's not just, hey, let's put it together and have it at one location.
Yeah.
There is no other location we
No.
could have it other than the high school. There's no location large enough. And if you had a location to put the event, where are you going to put the parking?
That's right.
And so without the Franklin County High School and their resources and their footprint for us to put the event plus provide some parking and adjacent parking, auxiliary parking, that we could not have the event together. People sometimes don't think through the logistics of this thing.
That's right.
And so there's no other place that we were aware of that could hold the entire footprint of the combined organizations coming together. So we are very grateful and very thankful for the public school system in Franklin County High School and all the staff administration.
Golly, they do an
Yeah.
outstanding job.
And several other things too. They have utilized the high school, like when we have the Rotary and the fireworks and everything. And it's wonderful that they are becoming partners and allowing you all to
Yeah.
have it there. Because it's like you say, we don't have any place that's bigger.
Right.
Well, plus that draw of folks, you know, a lot of local businesses and things also, they benefit from it too, because it's bringing a lot of people into the town of Rocky Mount. And you know what? Some folks may not like pizza. Some folks may not like, hot dogs. And of course, then they're like, hey, let's go down the road. There's plenty of little restaurants and eateries and things of that nature. So there'll be a lot of people.
Absolutely.
There'll be a lot of people here, for that evening. And that's what it's all about too. Excuse me, is, bringing our community out. So,
And it's so good for our economy.
oh,
Oh,
absolutely.
very,
Yeah.
very much.
Because, it starts at 6 o'clock, so you may get in town at 5 and need to grab this or that, or cold drink, or barbecue, or something else, whatever you want.
Sure.
Excuse me. Well, this is wonderful, and that, and like I said, I don't know, I guess it's the blonde taking over the salt and pepper gray, and when we say National Night Out, I just didn't realize it was happening all over with law enforcement, all over.
It does. So, and that's the thing, they also have it up in Roanoke, all around the surrounding area on the same night. And, so that's it. So if you find yourself up in Roanoke going, hey, going and I forgot about National Night Out, but you have the kids up there, they have one up in Roanoke and Benton and,
Salem, probably?
yeah, they do. And, so stop on by over there, give them a shout out as well.
Absolutely.
But rather you be at ours, but anyway.
Yeah, well, Well, it was a very nice event when we were there last year. Very, very good. And I will, like I say, we have my little pen and paper taking names, not taking names, but getting people to come on the show because sometimes I do have vacancies. And we love letting people in our community know about what's going on. And Steve Oakes and I have talked about this lots of times. People tune in to see what's going on in the community. And I love to be able to tell people. Ran into a lady in a restaurant the other day, and the sun was shining in my face, and I couldn't tell who she was when she walked in. She walked over to me, and she said, I watch your show all the time. And she said, sometimes I laugh, and sometimes I cry. And I said, yes, sometimes I do too.
Yeah. Well, yeah, of course, having you guys as a partner as well, having me and HO on here, getting to take over the program sometimes, and
That's the laugh
that's,
part.
yeah, that's the laugh.
Yeah, that's the laughing
And
part.
and then they cry sometimes when I'm, when I'm goofing, or I'm messing up or off script. And but
Yeah,
anyhow,
that's when they're laughing.
Yeah, that's when they're laughing.
That's right.
But anyhow, I wanted to give a shout out to our volunteers.
Right.
And me and H have talked about this off camera a lot. And but our volunteers, our local churches that are out, they show up in force and help us because an event this big. I
Right.
mean,
We have them do things like, we ask them and they volunteer so graciously to do things like cook the hot dogs,
Yes.
put the hot dogs together, hand out waters, hand out the pizzas, and various other things that we need volunteer work for. And what do? They want to be a part of this community just as much as we do. And we appreciate them. And Brian, I know you've got a list of them. I know it's Franklin Heights Church, Member One,
Yep.
Faith Fellowship, Blue Ridge Chapel. I'm probably missing a few.
Walmart is
Walmart
they
actually will
bring
be
out
there.
a huge amount of volunteers
Yep.
as well, and they're handing out icy pops this year. And so we're grateful for them because what it does, it lets several of our officers that otherwise would have to be behind tables handing out stuff and everything, they're able to move around and interact with the public and stuff. So we're very thankful for our volunteers. Also thankful for Bubba. Bubba Martin.
Oh, yes,
I'm gonna
sir.
give a shout out to
Deputy
Bubba
William
Martin.
Martin.
William Martin, also known as Bubba.
Yep.
Yep, he is the gentleman that you see, and he'll bring the trustees out, and
Oh, okay.
they do a lot for this community.
Oh, huge.
Whether it's parking, whether it's getting up, keeping the trash, getting the trash up. The list goes on and on with them, and we appreciate what they do.
Yeah.
Well, you couldn't do it without them. And you know yourself, I know by things that I've done, and you would have volunteers, and then the volunteers at the end, when the cleanup comes around,
Oh, gosh.
everybody just kind of disappears. So we're
Yeah.
glad to have those guys in yellow shirts.
Yeah,
cleaning
there
up.
you go. And
Very good.
Well said. And
Well, and like I've always said, when you see a group of our inmates out working, remember they volunteered to do that.
yes.
We cannot force them to work. They volunteered. They said, I don't want to sit.
No.
I want to get out and do things and be productive and try to get my life back together.
Right.
And that's part of our trustee labor force program.
I have a friend up in Indiana that does a lot of ministry to ones that are incarcerated. And that has been a big part of his life in doing that. And I look at these guys and I just think to myself, such good looking, nice young men. How did you get here? But I'm so glad that you're out taking part.
Well, and that's part of it, Joyce, you mentioned it, both departments here, whether it's Franklin County or Rocky Mount, we're very faith-based organizations. I will have to say
Right.
that. We don't hide behind our faith. We're guided by scripture and guided by, believing in Jesus and it shows, you never know what somebody's walking, where there's no judgment
That's right.
is what I'm getting at there. You don't know what someone is going through.
That's right.
And bring, like you said, bring in organizations that are on board with us and showing them that, hey, there's plenty of help out here, and there's plenty, and there's plenty of love to go around for everybody. And it's all about helping folks. And we believe that if we, as police departments or sheriff's office, whatever, we believe that if you get those folks in contact with these organizations that are free, most of them are free, maybe that'll keep them from making a mistake. Maybe, and there's, and you know what, it is a proven method. It works. It works. If you're that mom that's struggling, and I use that as an example, and you're like, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna go over here to the local establishment, and I'm desperate enough where I'm gonna shoplift, okay? Well, she may not know there's organizations, hey, they're there to help you. They will give you that WIC. They will sign you up for all kinds of benefits and things, so you don't have to struggle, and so you don't have to make that decision where we're going to come in contact with you, because you shoplifted. We're trying to keep that from happening. Does that make sense?
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
A little incident at school years ago, I used to, after the Lions Club would have a concert, we'd have drinks left over, and so we didn't have vending machines at school. So in my office, I'd have canned drinks, I might have some chips, I might have some nabs. I'd gone to the restroom one day, and here come a little boy out of my office with a Dr. Pepper in each pocket.
Right.
And one of the other secretaries was coming up the rank, and she's like, what are you doing? About that time, I came down the hall, and I said, honey, what are you doing? He said, well, I haven't had a Dr. Pepper in a long time, and I'd love to have had a Dr. Pepper. I said,
Right.
I'll tell you what, if you had come to me and said, Miss Gordon, I haven't had a Dr. Pepper in such a long time, I would have made it possible for you to have had a Dr. Pepper. But if you'd have been out in a store and had done that, somebody would be calling the police right now.
That's exactly right.
But I want you to learn from this. You can't take something that doesn't belong to you, but come and ask me if you got to have a Dr. Pepper, and I'll pay for your 50-cent Dr. Pepper.
That's right. And that's, that's a great example. And there's a lot of examples of love that goes on in this community that maybe they don't know about. The backpack program,
Yes.
the backpack program, which is huge. Even now, they have a system that's in place where children don't go without lunches during the
school.
summertime.
Well, it's true. Yes.
Yeah. And which is amazing. And, because that's what it's all about. People struggle. We've come in contact, I mean, I'm on 18 years of service, as a law enforcement. I'm not going to speak for him, but he's been here a long time. And the biggest thing is we've come in contact with folks that, that addiction, and one of the things that they say, I would love to get help, but I don't have health insurance. There are plenty of places around, and that gives us an opportunity to give our contact, give our cards to them and go, hey, here's a list of resources that are available free of charge for you. And they had no idea. I don't have to pay for that. No, you don't have to pay for it. Go out and get some help. And there's a lot of success stories on that.
That's one of the things that the people attending National Night Out will
Yep.
get to see and do is
That's right.
take that walk through the central gym.
Yep.
And they will be hopefully amazed, but
Yeah.
yet educated to what is available in this county.
Absolutely. And
Pretty
that's what it's
simple.
all about.
What is available?
Well, we were talking about faith in churches, and I don't know, I had advertised several weeks about the yard sale they had at the Boonesville Christian Church, and they were raising funds to redo the room over at social services where a child may have to spend some time if they don't have a foster home to go to, if they're removed from their home. And they were thinking they might take in about $3,000. Well, they have taken in over $8,000. So they have had the room painted. They bought a new sofa that has a trundle bed, because sometimes a child may have to stay there a couple of nights until they can find placement for them. And now we're talking about they've got some money left over. Hopefully, if they can find the space and maybe some volunteer plumbers putting in a shower, because as you probably well know, if there's somebody that has to stay there, they either have to go to the sheriff's office and take a shower or go to the YMCA. Well, it's traumatic enough being removed from your home of having to go to the, it'd be nice for them to have a shower there.
Right.
So we're still working on that, but it was
Fantastic.
amazing. And a lot of the people that donated for this yard sale and came to the yard sale, they came and told me they heard about it on Cable 12, and that just tickled me to death.
Good.
So we had Pastor Jordan in last week telling us about how much money they had raised and what all they had done to improve this room. And we are just so thankful to the community for stepping up, donating their items, making generous donations for whatever they bought. And this has really helped. And it's all about, well, a lot about our children, taking care of our children.
It is our generation.
Yes.
Yes, very much
It's
so.
our next generation.
Very much so.
Exactly.
Well, guys, we'll be talking about this from now until August the 5th. We'll be talking about it that Monday on the 4th, and this is before school starts because I think the teachers come, I had that in my brain, but the school will not have started yet. Teachers will not have come back yet. So, and we got full reign of that, of the school over there. And we thank to the school system and Dr. Sears. This is something that has, to me, I've seen our school system being, our facilities being used more in the last few years than to me, and it has in the past. So
Absolutely.
we want to say thank you to them.
Yes.
So, anything else, guys? I know we're going to bring Ryan back in on Wednesday. We're going to make him work double time, and we're going to talk about some other things that's
Oh,
coming
yeah,
up.
we got
Well,
other
there's,
things
there's
talking.
always things going on. That's the fun part. There's always things going on. And just as we get ready to close, I do want to mention that a week and a day after National Night Out, starting Wednesday, August 13th, is the Franklin County Agricultural Fair.
Oh,
That's
God,
right.
It'll be 13th through the 16th at the Sontag Recreation Park.
Yep, and I'm going to have Mr. Well, good gravy, the man did my job before me. He's going to be,
Kevin Tosh.
yes,
Kevin
Kevin's going to
Tosh.
be in here to tell us all about that. Well, last year, guys, I entered a jar of my pickles. Now, I'm kind of known for my pickles in the Lions Club, so
No,
I
we wouldn't
entered.
know, would we?
Have you eaten it?
I have not.
No, and she talks
Shame
about.
on me.
Ryan, she talks about
She
the
does.
pies and cakes, and I don't have any idea.
Now, HL, you have had a piece of pound cake to put in your pocket and take home, and then maybe even some banana bread. Now, why are you turning red?
She's calling me out
Yeah. On
on cable
Live.
12, yeah.
I'm sorry, I was on a trip this weekend, and I didn't get to bake anything for you, but I'll do better
she
next
brags
time.
about it all the
Let me
time.
tell you, it was delicious. That pound cake was delicious.
Teresa did not get a bite, I'm sure.
Who's Teresa?
That is his wife, people. But I did enter a jar of my pickles in the Ag Fair last year, and I won second place. Now, I know you have to be very careful when things are canned, but I really am going to suggest to Kevin, I think things that are pickled, you'd be safe in tasting. Well, I guess I got second place on appearance, but I'm getting ready this afternoon. I get cucumbers to make another, because that makes my chicken salad.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, those homemade pickles is what makes it so good. So anyway, yes, I'll probably be entering another jar of,
And you know, that is, the agricultural fair is a big event in our county.
It
They,
is.
they do a great job. Our heritage is on display at that agricultural fair every year. We need to think about, our food is produced,
Uh-huh.
how it's produced, how it's harvested. And that's the basis of that fair, is to bring back and to expose and show the tradition of what has really sustained us for hundreds of years.
well, I was seeing on our little trip this weekend, tobacco was growing. We were going down, we went down Route 40 and then we hit 17, but there's lots of tobacco growing. I'm thinking there was probably soybeans, lots of green little things I didn't
Yeah.
recognize, but I figured it was soybeans. Don't think it was peanuts. I said if we'd have been down to southern part of Virginia, it might have been peanuts, but all kinds of things growing. I did made Bill do a U-turn yesterday and had to pick up some peaches. Of course, I know we've got local peaches, but I saw a sign that said peaches. And I'm like, Bill, we got to get some. So we did. But we got home in the middle of all the rain, got in the house last night, and I'm like, where are my $12 worth of peaches? They're still in the car. But anyway, that might turn into ice cream this weekend or a peach pie.
There you go.
Well, if I do that, guys, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
But I did something talking about food. I've never done this before. I had a bunch of strawberries and blackberries, and I made a strawberry blackberry cobbler. Now that was quite delicious.
I'm
I've
sure.
never had strawberries in a cobbler before. Always it's been strawberry shortcake or strawberries and ice cream or
You like common? You like common?
it's gotta have that ice cream or whipped cream on
Yeah,
top.
yeah.
Yeah, that old vanilla ice cream.
Yeah. Well, I made.
Old Homestead Creamery ice cream. Let's give them a shout out.
There you
Well,
go.
there you go. Are they going to be there? Are they bringing ice cream or just we having free spots? They did lemonade one year,
They
didn't they?
did lemonade?
Yeah.
Yes.
I see. I haven't lost it
Yeah,
yet. I
haven't
can
lost.
remember. Bill says I am amazing. I can remember where I was and what I had on. And one thing steps out. And I always have to tell these little stories. Many years ago, I had an aunt that lived in Kissimmee, Florida. Well, she got to Virginia and she faked a heart condition. Had to have somebody to drive her back to Florida. So I get down there and she wants me to see all the local things, but her husband wasn't real well. So she gave me the keys and sent me to Gatorland. Well, I'm like, Gatorland, there are no crocodiles or gators in this water. Well, I was on this little footbridge and
Right.
see, it's hot down there. So she gave me this little hat she made. Well, do you think I'm going to, at 18 years old, I'm going to put that hat on? No. But she gave me some bread because you had to buy the bread to feed the gators. So I put the bread in my hat and carried it. So I'm on this little footbridge. I know exactly what I had on, lime green. No, I was 18, okay? Lime green skirt, lime green and navy blue striped top, and sandals. I threw that piece of bread out over that into the water, and these jaws came up. Whoop, and I'm like, I have lost my toes, I know for sure.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, a place
But-
like Gatorland, I mean, the
Well,
title
then,
says it all.
I know, but I mean, here I am, a little greenhorn from Clifton Forge. Do you
Right.
think I thought there were gators, them
Right.
big jaws in there? So then I'm walking around trying to see everything, and you hear something rattling, and you're looking down into this pit, and it was a snake pit.
Right.
And I'm like, holy cow. And this is where she sent me to see some extra sights.
Yeah.
But I did buy me a sweatshirt that they could send me on the front while I was there. I mean, we ain't just picture that. We won't even go there. But anyway, sometimes I come up with these little stories, and I do remember,
Yeah.
even at my age, what I had on when I was 18.
Oh,
But Bill says it's amazing that I can remember these things.
Yeah.
Oh, well, so much for our stories. And that, Miss Cundiff, I'm hoping you enjoyed that one this morning, because she says sometimes she laughs at me and sometimes she cries. Well, guys, thank you so much. We're going to take a short break and hear from our sponsors. And if we didn't have our sponsors, we couldn't be here.
That's
So
right.
we so much appreciate you, my dynamic duo, as I call them, coming in this morning. And we'll see Ryan again on Wednesday to talk
Yeah.
about more things.
More
that's
things,
coming
yeah.
up.
Oh, gosh,
We
yes.
keep Ryan busy. And
Yeah.
we're so glad that he comes in and shares these with us.
yes.
So we're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back. Stay with us.
If the workday's over but your hunger is gearing up, go for all the hand-breaded chicken you can handle. Cause with 8 pieces of handcrafted chicken, biscuits, fixins, and tea, you can clock out and still enjoy a delicious dinner. It's bow time.
Our roads and highways are busier than ever.
with tractor trailers and large company vehicles.
While most truck operators are responsible drivers,
Accidents do occur, resulting in catastrophic injuries and fatalities. At Crandall & Cott, our specialized team is highly skilled at obtaining the maximum compensation.
if you've been injured, call the law firm that cares.
Call Crandall & Cott today for a free consultation.
It's bow time. Hurry into Bojangles for 2 scratch-made sizzling sausage biscuits for just $4. 1 bite and you'll want breakfast for dinner. Good thing we serve savory sausage biscuits all day. But this 2 for $4 deal won't last forever. It's bow time.
Hello, Franklin County. It's Doug Williams with Budget Blinds. And we're your turnkey solution to all your window covering needs. I hope you're watching Franklin County Cable 12 Sports, where we bring to you the umpires and the officials each and every week. And every time a bad call is made, that is brought to you by the Blind Guys. Is this year you're building that new house? How about adding on that sunroom you've been talking about? Well, here at Budget Blinds, we're here to help. The consultation is free, we do the work, and it's all backed by our 5-year no questions asked warranty. This year, let the Blind Guys help you see the possibilities.
When it's time to celebrate the life of someone special, turn to Connor Bowman Funeral Home. With 2 full-service facilities, we offer professional care and service to our community. 100% owned and operated, offering you the traditional historical Lynch Connor Bowman and Franklin County's most modern and newest facility on 220 North. We can assist you with pre-arranged funerals, and we house an on-site crematory. We can come to your home to make arrangements and pre-arrangements. We offer the release of 1 white dove, 1 memorial video, and video of the service if held in one of our chapels at no cost to you. Connor Bowman Funeral Home, Rocky Mount and 220 North.
Doyle Custom Embroidery is your family-owned, faith-based choice for custom embroidery, screen printing, and heat printing right here in Franklin County. If you want to improve your business's image, promote your event, or just create your own custom product, then Doyle Custom Embroidery is your choice. We can embroider anything that will hold a stitch. Check out our huge selection of quality products at dcestore.com. And remember, we'll keep you in stitches.
Our roads and highways are busier than ever.
with tractor trailers and large company vehicles.
While most truck operators are responsible drivers,
accidents do occur, resulting in catastrophic injuries and fatalities. At Crandall & Cott, our specialized team is highly skilled at obtaining the maximum compensation.
if you've been injured, call the law firm that cares.
Call Crandall & Cott today for a free consultation.
We are Lions. We bring hope where it's needed. Support causes that matter. Change lives. Change communities. Change the world. Visit lionsclubs.org to learn more.
Founded by Bob and Belle Cooper in 1975, Uttermost has been family-owned and operated for over 45 years. The name Uttermost comes from the Bible, Acts chapter 1, verse 8. This verse expresses our personal beliefs to share God's word to the uttermost part of the earth. Though rooted in our time-honored traditions, we prioritize expanding our collections each season with the most fashion-forward products in the industry. We take pride in our innovative product design, attention to detail, and first-class customer care, making us a respected resource for retailers and interior designers around the world. Join the Uttermost team. We are now hiring directly for a variety of positions. To learn more, visit our website at www.uttermost.com/jobs or give us a call at 540-483-5103.
Tractor trailers and large company vehicles.
While most truck operators are responsible drivers,
accidents do occur, resulting in catastrophic injuries and fatalities. At Crandall & Cott, our specialized team is highly skilled at obtaining the maximum compensation.
if you've been injured, call the law firm that cares.
Call Crandall & Cott today for a free consultation.
Founded by Bob and Belle Cooper in 1975, Uttermost has been family-owned and operated for over 45 years. The name Uttermost comes from the Bible, Acts chapter 1, verse 8. This verse expresses our personal beliefs to share God's word to the uttermost part of the earth. Though rooted in our time-honored traditions, we prioritize expanding our collections each season with the most fashion-forward products in the industry. We take pride in our innovative product design, attention to detail, and first-class customer care, making us a respected resource for retailers and interior designers around the world. Join the Uttermost team. We are now hiring directly for a variety of positions. To learn more, visit our website at www.uttermost.com/jobs or give us a call at 540-483-5103.
If the workday's over but your hunger is gearing up, go for all the hand-breaded chicken you can handle. Cause with 8 pieces of handcrafted chicken, biscuits, fixins, and tea, you can clock out and still enjoy a delicious dinner. It's bow time.
Hello, Franklin County. It's Doug Williams with Budget Blinds. We're your turnkey solution to all your window covering needs. I hope you're watching Franklin County Cable 12 Sports, where we bring to you the umpires and the officials each and every week. And every time a bad call is made, that is brought to you by the Blind Guys. Is this year you're building that new house? How about adding on that sunroom you've been talking about? Well, here at Budget Blinds, we're here to help. The consultation is free, we do the work, and it's all backed by our 5-year, no questions asked warranty. This year, let the Blind Guys help you see the possibilities.
When it's time to celebrate the life of someone special, turn to Connor Bowman Funeral Home. With 2 full-service facilities, we offer professional care and service to our community. 100% owned and operated, offering you the traditional historical Lynch, Connor Bowman, and Franklin County's most modern and newest facility on 220 North. We can assist you with pre-arranged funerals, and we house an on-site crematory. We can come to your home to make arrangements and pre-arrangements. We offer the release of 1 white dove, 1 memorial video, and video of the service if held in one of our chapels at no cost to you. Connor Bowman Funeral Home, Rocky Mount and 220 North.
Doyle Custom Embroidery is your family-owned, faith-based choice for custom embroidery, screen printing, and heat printing right here in Franklin County. If you want to improve your business's image, promote your event, or just create your own custom product, then Doyle Custom Embroidery is your choice. We can embroider anything that will hold a stitch. Check out our huge selection of quality products at dcestore.com. And remember, we'll keep you in stitches.
It's bow time. Hurry into Bojangles for 2 scratch-made sizzling sausage biscuits for just $4. 1 bite and you'll want breakfast for dinner. Good thing we serve savory sausage biscuits all day. But this 2 for $4 deal won't last forever. It's bow time.
We are Lions. We bring hope where it's needed. Support causes that matter. Change lives. Change communities. Change the world. Visit lionsclubs.org to learn more.
At Shentel, we understand our first responsibility is to provide you with fast, reliable internet at reasonable prices. That's why we're excited to offer Powerhouse from Shentel, new faster internet packages that are more affordable than ever. Powerhouse packages are designed to provide that peace of mind you want. Choose between 4 simple, hassle-free internet packages. When just a few people use your network regularly, 50 megabits per second, our lowest Powerhouse speed, is probably more than enough. Priced for your budget and still faster than what most other providers can deliver. 50 megs not quite enough? Bump up to 150 to make sure no one buffers. And for the multi-user, multi-device, heavy gaming video streaming household, we offer an enhanced speed package of 300 megs. But since your needs change daily, you have the option to push your network to the max with the top tier that reaches speeds up to a gig. That's 1,000 megs per second. We've heard you, and we know you want value. Powerhouse helps you get the most out of your internet with easy-to-understand rates that are just plain better. Combine these incredible new speed packages with our amazing unlimited data option and surf, stream, and download to your heart's content. Powerhouse is the result of Shentel's hard work to expand and upgrade our network. We made sure to build it to fit your needs right now and continue to make improvements so it'll be strong enough for your future. Learn more about Powerhouse at Shentel.com. Make the switch and turn your house into a powerhouse today. The fastest internet from the one provider that calls this place home. Shentel, always connected to you.
Our roads and highways are busier than ever.
With tractor trailers and large company vehicles.
While most truck operators are responsible drivers,
Accidents do occur, resulting in catastrophic injuries and fatalities. At Crandall & Cott, our specialized team is highly skilled at obtaining the maximum compensation.
if you've been injured, call the law firm that cares.
Call Crandall & Cott today for a free consultation.
Founded by Bob and Belle Cooper in 1975, Uttermost has been family owned and operated for over 45 years. The name Uttermost comes from the Bible, Acts chapter 1, verse 8. This verse expresses our personal beliefs to share God's word to the uttermost part of the earth. Though rooted in our time-honored traditions, we prioritize expanding our collections each season with the most fashion-forward products in the industry. We take pride in our innovative product design, attention to detail, and first-class customer care, making us a respected resource for retailers and interior designers around the world. Join the Uttermost team. We are now hiring directly for a variety of positions. To learn more, visit our website at www.uttermost.com/jobs or give us a call at 540-483-5103.
If the workday's over but your hunger is gearing up, go for all the hand-breaded chicken you can handle. Cause with 8 pieces of handcrafted chicken, biscuits, fixins, and tea, you can clock out and still enjoy a delicious dinner. It's bow time.
Hello, Franklin County. It's Doug Williams with Budget Blinds. And we're your turnkey solution to all your window covering needs. I hope you're watching Franklin County Cable 12 Sports, where we bring to you the umpires and the officials each and every week. And every time a bad call is made, that is brought to you by the blind guys. Is this year you're building that new house? How about adding on that sunroom you've been talking about? Well, here at Budget Blinds, we're here to help. The consultation is free, we do the work, and it's all backed by our 5-year no questions asked warranty. This year, let the blind guys help you see the possibilities.
When it's time to celebrate the life of someone special, turn to Connor Bowman Funeral Home. With 2 full-service facilities, we offer professional care and service to our community. 100% owned and operated, offering you the traditional historical Lynch Connor Bowman and Franklin County's most modern and newest facility on 220 North. We can assist you with pre-arranged funerals, and we house an on-site crematory. We can come to your home to make arrangements and pre-arrangements. We offer the release of 1 white dove, 1 memorial video, and video of the service if held in one of our chapels at no cost to you. Connor Bowman Funeral Home, Rocky Mount and 220 North.
Doyle Custom Embroidery is your family-owned, faith-based choice for custom embroidery, screen printing, and heat printing right here in Franklin County. If you want to improve your business's image, promote your event, or just create your own custom product, then Doyle Custom Embroidery is your choice. We can embroider anything that will hold a stitch. Check out our huge selection of quality products at dcestore.com. And remember, we'll keep you in stitches.
Welcome back to Rise and Shine. We got a few announcements here of things that are coming up. But one thing we do, I know this is a ways away, but September the 27th will be the 11th annual Autumn Fest fundraiser benefiting the Stepping Stone Mission Soup Kitchen. Now, they need vendors, people to come and sell your wares. Like vendors is like sell earrings like this. Now, I got these down at Southern Sparkle Boutique, and they have all different colors. They're just lightweight as they can be. Absolutely love them. I tell them I'm a walking advertisement for them because I have to buy some earrings or something every time I go in there. But they need vendors, people that you may do Wreaths you may do, whatever your craft is, they need vendors. You pay $50 to set up your table, and then whatever money you make from whatever you sell is yours. Just $50 to set up. And the Rocky Mountain Lions Club will be there. We're going to have raffling off our fall basket, and it's going to be geared toward men this time, and then another little surprise on there for the ladies. And we're going to have tools or car care or whatever. But the Rocky Mountain Lions Club, and I think Smith Mountain Lake's going to be there. So we've already put our name in the pot. We're going to be there. But if you're a vendor and you would like to set up, it'll be in the Franklin County High School parking lot there in front of the stadium. Either stop by Stepping Stone and get your name in the pot. They'll give you information. Or you can contact Marie Kahn, and then it's MARIEKAN 31@gmail.com, so that you can get, pay your money and get a spot reserved. And that it will be, it's not until September 27th, but you need to go on and get your name in the pot so you don't want to be disappointed if we didn't have enough spaces for you. Okay, coming up Thursday night. Oh, coming up this weekend on the 18th. I don't have a lot of information about this, but I'm going to tell you what I have. It's going to be Christmas in July at the Ferrum Park. They have lights up there. I hear they also have a building now. It says, join us for some old-fashioned Christmas fun and get some shopping done. This is going to be on Friday, July 18th from 7 to 10 p.m. at the Ferrum Park, and that address is 10884 Franklin Street. Vendors, it says, register today to reserve your spot as spaces are limited. Direct sales and MLMS welcome. And so this is, again, the Christmas in July up at the Ferrum Park, Friday, July 18th, 7 to 10 p.m. Now, on Thursday evening from 3 to 7, it's when they have their farmers market, and that is from 3 to 7 on Thursdays, and the second Saturday in the month from 8 to 12. Then we have our Rocky Mount Farmers Market on Saturdays. You can get a little bit of everything. These guys, the HL and Sergeant Ryan King was telling us about the goodies that they have down at the farmers market that people line up to get the fresh produce. And believe me, the Franklin County corn is in it is delicious wherever you find a place to buy it. And we do have down at the Redwood Farmers Market, Liz down there has peaches and corn and tomatoes and beautiful, lovely Halifax cantaloupes. So stop in and see her. She's one of our sponsors here on Cable 12. There will be a fish fry that's coming Friday night at Ferrum College. They just started back up last Friday. And it's from 4:30 to 7. It is $12 for your fish, another entree, another meat. You have your vegetables, you have a salad bar, and dessert and drink for $12 plus tax. And that all of the lettuce and things are grown over in the Titmus greenhouse. I think that is so cool. They grow their own greens there to have in the cafeteria. I do need to get up there and visit that. I want to see how big that place is, but they have some good stuff. So that coming up this weekend. Now we're going to have a Smith Mountain Lake Boomers Band charity concert. That is going to be on August the 3rd from 3 to 5 p.m. at the Harvester. Tickets are available at harvester-music.com, and this will benefit 3 local charities. And they are also going to have, we got so tickled when Stacy Talley was on here advertising this the other day. They're going to have a dance floor. You can get up and shake a leg. And I said, well, as everybody knows, I don't have but one leg to shake. So we got so tickled we couldn't even talk. And so that will benefit the Warming Shelter, Stepping Stone Mission, and Helping Hands of Franklin County. So be sure and get your tickets. You don't want to be disappointed that they're sold out, because with the dance floor, there may be a limited number of seating. Also on, here we go, we've already had that. The what is today? Agriculture Fair is coming up in August. We talked about that. That is August 13th through the 16th. And we had Movies on the Move no, I am all confused as what the day it is. Sorry. Coming up this Friday night also is Family Bingo. I marked this so I'll know what to tell you, and then I confuse myself. I told you I used to be a blonde. Friday, July 18th at 6:30 p.m. Join us at the Essex Recreation Center and come take your chances at winning awesome prizes as we play 15 games of bingo. This is a free event and open to those ages 5 and up. Doors open at 5:30. And then Farm Strong will be coming up on August the 2nd, and that won't be far away. And that is, we have some information about that. This is, let's see, what is that? Farm Strong Obstacle Course Race of 2025. That will be on Saturday, August the 2nd, 9 a.m., rain or shine, at Wade Park. Pre-registration is $30, and the day of registration is $40. Farm Strong OCR is a unique farm work inspired challenge course that combines more than a dozen obstacles to create an event like no other. Prepare to get wet, muddy, winded, and have a lot of fun. Live music from Mason Creek. Food and beverages will be available from Kind Brew Coffee. The Farm Strong OCR at Wade Park was co-designed by Spartan SGX coach team of Ferguson Fitness and Franklin County Parks and Rec. Expect farm-inspired obstacle course elements. Several new challenges will be introduced, including large machinery. Returning favorites from last year include Farmer's Ford, Hay Bale Hustle, 5-gallon bucket fill, tire flip, sandbag haul, low crawl, balance block, and tractor climb. Last year's finish times range from 21 minutes to 70. Awards will be issued by age group. The $30 registration fee includes the chip-timed event, Farm Strong logo t-shirt, guaranteed only for pre-registered participants, and live music from Mason Creek, thanks to title sponsors James River Equipment Company of Rocky Mount. Pre-registration deadline is July 30th. Day of registration, it will go up to $40. That sounds like fun, and it says rain or shine, so prepare to be wet and muddy. Excuse me. Well, that's all of the announcements I have right now. And so we are glad you joined us this morning. We'll be back on Wednesday with Sergeant Ryan King to tell us more about things that are coming up right here in Franklin County. Frogs this morning. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you again on Wednesday.